The Bills are where you want your team to be. Most of your teams out there, this is where you want to be, the Bills. And part of the reason why is the man who's calling in right now here on the Rich Eisen Show, the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, calling in on the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line after a big win against the Kansas City Chiefs and getting set for Monday Night Football to end week number 6 against the Tennessee Titans. Josh Allen back here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Josh?
I'm doing good, Rich. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on. How's life? How's life for you these days?
Life's good. Just trying to get by each and every week. It just seems like it gets shorter and shorter, and weeks go by in blurs, and sometimes it's hard to remember who we're playing. But we know we got Tennessee Titans on Monday night this week, and we got to be ready for it.
I was going to help you with that if you needed any help.
Yeah.
Tennessee Titans. Okay. So let's just walk me through. You see L'Jarius Sneed of the Kansas City Chiefs, and at what point do you say, I'll just jump over him? How does that work? Josh.
It was just one of those plays, little broken play that I just kind of stepped up in the pocket. I felt it, and understanding the situation, I knew we needed to get a first down. Didn't want to get the ball back to them with the momentum that they had. So I felt him go a little low and just kind of said, you know what, here it goes. If it works, it works. If not, oh well. We'll see what we can do next play. But it worked. Thank goodness, and we were able to move the ball and finish that, drive with the touchdown.
So it was just a flash in your mind that he's going low. I need to go high. I need to go over him, right? That's how it works?
Literally as late as possible, too. I mean, it's just one of those decisions where it's like, wait, do it now. And, it's just your brain kind of goes into a scramble, and you really don't know what to do while you're in the air. You're expecting somebody to come and clip your leg. You just hope you don't fall straight on your head, but
right.
I was fortunate enough to kind of land on 2 feet and dive a little forward to sustain a first down and sustain the drive. And like I said, I want to do anything I can do to help this team win a football game. And at that moment in time, that's what I thought was necessary.
And I know what you said after the game, that it's just another game, right? That it's one of 17 regular season games for you this year. But, that was also the place where your season ended last year. The photograph of your compadre and teammate and friend, Stephon Diggs, watching the celebration and the confetti coming down, wanting to see it and use it. It had to have meant something that you took care of business against the Chiefs in such an emphatic manner on Sunday night. No, Josh?
Yeah, it meant something. It meant we got our 4th win of the season.
Come on. Come on. I will not accept that answer, Josh Allen. I will not accept that answer. Come on now.
That's honestly all I can give you. I know the storylines of us playing there last year and the pictures and the way our season ended. I think it was awesome for our fans. They felt a sense of pride and conviction when we won that game. But, we got to turn our attention towards the Tennessee Titans because, they're playing really good football right now, and we got to be ready to go into another hostile environment. Not only that, we understand that our bye week's the next week, so we can't get ahead of ourselves. We got to focus on the Tennessee Titans on Monday night in Nashville and be ready to play.
And so all that said, Josh, what about a measuring stick? What about the fact, that's the last 2 AFC Championship winners right there, and we beat them up. I had a great game. My teammates had a great game. There's no sense of that right now as you're walking around your building? You put a little more pep in your step that you did beat the Chiefs?
Yeah, there's definitely a sense of confidence. Any time you can play a team of that caliber and win the way we did. But again, winning in the NFL isn't easy. It's a thing to be celebrated, for a limited amount of time, and then you got to turn your attention. And what happened on Sunday night was fun and awesome. We got in so late on Monday morning, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. Didn't get much sleep, so we got to try to recover and get back to our normal schedule. And like I said, be ready to go for Tennessee.
Josh Allen here prior to Monday Night Football against the Tennessee Titans to wrap up week number 6. When did it click for you, Josh? Clearly, the position that you're in right now, confidence-wise, team-wise, contract-wise, fresh off of an AFC Championship game appearance-wise, Super Bowl ready-wise. That was the plan when you got the phone call from the Buffalo Bills on draft day. But when did things begin to really click for you where you are now an MVP candidate in the NFL with extreme legitimacy, Josh? When did that happen for you?
Well, I mean, I think I got extremely confident in my mechanics last year, the off season. Having had COVID, I know the whole situation was a little funky, but being able to be in the same situation, the same spot, be able to throw consistently week in and week out with Jordan Palmer and with Kyle and Sam, digitally mapping my mechanics, just feeling good there and making sure the ball's coming out as consistently as possible. I think that helps. But again, being in the same system, now going on 4 years with Coach Dable, third year with Ken Dorsey, obviously with the same GM, same head coach. I think obviously what they're doing here in Buffalo, and it's a props to everybody in the organization, i.e. Kim and Terry for putting together, such an awesome front office and coaching staff and allowing players to come here and be the best versions of themselves.
And so, how does one digitally map? What were you talking about? What does that mean?
Yeah, we've got a setup. His name's Chris Hess. He works for a company called Biometrics, and they set up probably, I think it's 12 or 13 cameras, and it just kind of shows your peak velocities in your shoulder, your arm, your hip, your chest, and it allows you to kind of measure angular velocity and things like that. So there is a sequencing of what a throwing motion should look like. And before I was doing all this, my sequencing was way out of whack. My arm and my shoulder were beating my hip to the punch, and that's just not great. One, for arm care, and two, consistently of ball placement. So being able to look at that data and kind of use it to my advantage, change some things, change my thought process on the whole throwing motion. It's extremely helpful. And I have such good talks with people about throwing mechanics, and it's something I'm kind of nerding out on. It's obviously it's my life. It's what I do for a living, and I want to be as good as possible at it. And I've had a lot of help along the way, and it's been really cool.
And so, who do you talk to about film watching and things like that, like about improving neck up, pre-snap type material? So sometimes you might not have to jump over defenders. Things are taken care of before you have to do that. What about that?
Yeah, that Ken Dorsey does a great job. But again, all the quarterbacks in the room, Mitch, Davis, Jake, even going back to last year, Matt Barkley, and the year before, Derek Anderson, just having a guy like that who kind of showed me the ropes of how to be a professional, a true NFL quarterback, taking walkthroughs seriously, understanding film, how to improve each and every year. And I think a big thing is just off-season schedule. As a rookie, if you don't have somebody that kind of tells you, it's on you. You don't have spring ball. You don't have this. You don't have that. You don't have to go to class. You don't have mandatory workouts. So that's on you to get better. And, I think there's two guys in this league, guys that get figured out and guys that figure it out. It's better to be in that second category.
Josh Allen here on the Rich Eisen Show. A couple more minutes left with the star quarterback in Buffalo, New York. When was the last time you paid for a meal out and about in Buffalo? Josh, when was the last time?
I don't actually like taking free meals. Again, being here in Buffalo, I want to give back to the community and the small businesses as much as possible.
Okay.
So there's a few times where I've been, ordered a meal, but make sure I leave a pretty nice tip, because I want to give back to the community that's already given so much to me. So it is fun. It's got its pros and cons of going out here. Privacy really isn't a thing anymore. But again, the fans here are so awesome. They're so enthusiastic, and they love the Bills here. And it's a sense of pride when we can win football games for this fan base, and ultimately we want to win a Super Bowl and give them that feeling. We understand 90, 91, 92, 93, what we did, and we didn't get it done. So, that's a goal for ours, is to bring this city a championship.
I love that you said that. Look, I know, because you're a blessed. You know that. It's clear in just hearing your voice and what you're saying. You're blessed, and I just want to make sure. Again, a con. When you say it's a con, as a pro to a con, that you understand that you're a blessed man, but it does take an adjustment that your newfound fame and fortune, and also the hopes that people place in you in a rabid fan base. That takes some adjustment. How about that? We already talked about mechanics and film. What about keeping your head on straight? Who helps you with that?
Yeah, I think, one, I feel like my parents were extremely awesome, really, in how they raised my family. And they helped me keep my head on straight. My girlfriend, Brittany, she does a great job of helping me keep my head on straight. But I told myself if I was ever in this position, I wouldn't change the type of person I was. And I think really the main con to obviously the newfound fame and all this, and it's just being recognized everywhere. And I'm such a low-key guy, and I don't like really being in the spotlight of attention outside of the football field, obviously. But, I just want to live a normal life, and it's really hard to do that, I know, and this is everything I've ever wished for, so I can't complain.
Mm-hmm.
I made this bed, I got to lay in it, and it's such a minor con, but it does, like you said, take an adjustment to getting used to people coming up to you all the time while you're eating, and not really, again, people driving by the house and things of that nature, and that just I don't know if I'll ever get used to, but I understand why.
All right. Do you want a Rich Eisen Show hat to wear and pull over your your brow and help you go as incognito as possible? I can do that. That's all I can.
I'll tell you what. You send it, I'll wear it. I promise you that.
Okay, Josh Allen. I know your address, and it's coming. Well, clearly, other people know your address too. I didn't mean to say that. I know that came out terrible.
It's all good.
I'll send it through the bills, and it's coming, Josh. I'd like to see it. Okay, very good.
You got it.
Well, that's my parting gift for you for calling into the show. Thanks so much, Josh. Continued success, and let's talk down the line.
Sounds good, Rich. Thank you. God bless.
That's right back at you. That's Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.